Yeah, and I want to take some time with this. And Alan, I mean, you can while we're doing this, you can be working on scalar applications as well that I think will be interesting for you. Yeah, but we're not necessarily going to play. It's a good point because Miriam, she saw F minor, and so she reflexively thought I'm going to play F natural minor scale, which makes sense. It's a good instinct, right? But this is kind of gets to the point of like, how do we decide what scale to play over what chord? And it really has to do with what chord comes after it. And so the reason that the D flat in that scale that you just played, Miriam, that I wouldn't necessarily do is because the next chord that happens is a C major, and there's no D flat connected to C major. So we usually look for some commonality between the scales and the less notes that change. Hey, buddy. So what you missed, actually you can look off Miriam's if you want. So this is F minor, C major, E flat minor, F major. Good morning. That. Oh, that's really good. Okay. I'll set up the loop now. Just find a loop that I can use. All right, cool. So F minor, C major. Notes from an F minor triad. You can play along C major triad, F minor triad, C major triad. Cool. So maybe play back to me and I'm going to show you the different voicings. Something like that. I'll start on the note A flat. Voice leading F minor to C major. If it's easy for you, play it in double stops. there probably is a temptation, there will be a temptation a lot of times to try to do this by ear, and my strong encouragement is to get in the habit of, using the paper to kind of help your ear, because then you will eventually memorize it anyway. But I find that there tends to be a resistance to using it. Now, some people, like Alan he was like, actually it's slower for me to read than it is to use my ear. So, okay, maybe that's true for you. But basically, to practice these voicings, going from chord to chord, you can also practice them as thirds and fourths. Those thirds and fourths are laid out on that stack, right? And then there's also sixths and fifths. Right? You can also spread it across 4 string. So there's no limit to that. So I just want you to practice voice leading it. And if you don't need to voice lead it, then you can work on the scales. That probably only applies to Alan in this room right now. Everybody else probably needs to, he's probably going to be good for you. But yeah, 1 and 2, voice lead the chords. If you wanted to, is try to just play neighbor tones on each of the chord tones. So for example, I'm approaching every note from F minor triad from the above neighbor tone. In that case, it was like, I guess, a quasi diatonic one. You could also use the chromatic, and I don't really know which one's better. You kind of just want to hear both, So, that's kind of something, if you want to bring that in, you can. And I'm just working ahead just for a second. There's different ways to interpret the scales that would work for these. But one of the things I was saying to Miriam is that usually we want to look for commonalities in the scale. So for example, the note D is in the C chord, so you can put it in the scale with the F chord too. So I might use F melodic minor. You could actually use F melodic minor over the entire thing. And then if you want to explore like the difference doing something else, like going from let's say E flat major, to C major, let's see what that sounds like. So it's not like there's one that's right or one that's wrong. Just one sec. It's not like there's one that's right and one that's wrong, but there is one that has like, you know, more common tones and one that has less common tones. So if you want to practice writing out the F melodic minor scale for yourself, you can. And it doesn't change on the way down. So yeah, it's F melodic minor. And so it's F, just like F major, but with a minor third. That's what you're going to ask, Jen?
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
gonna
cool.
ask.
All right, cool. So there's some things you can work on this progression. So you can either try the different scales or stick with the voice leading of the chord tones, adding neighbor tones 2 and 3. At the F melodic minor scale. And again, you can write it out if you want. You can write it out like that on your extended range scale worksheet. It has an E natural, but it has a flat and a B flat. So let me see, play after me. So you probably know what I'm going to say next is like build your own sequence out of the F melodic minor scale, right, at your tempo. So my tempo might be, but your tempo might be, it could be wherever you want it. So try to see if you can just work out of that F melodic minor scale. Again, the visual aid may help you. So if you want that visual aid, write that out. 1 and 2 and go. another approach to targeting the notes in the chord. You can think of it as just triads, but you can also expand those triads if you want. For example, you could think of make the F minor like an F minor 6 if you prefer, or an F minor 9 if you prefer. And then on the C, you could, if you really want to get crazy, you can make it a C major 7, which Michael will do all the crazy things. He might make it a C major 7 sharp 11, like anything can happen. But my point is this: you, instead of being locked into the scale, you could just think about certain target tones and try to reach them through any means necessary. So let's say that I have this as a target tone, right? And that I just want to reach it through any means necessary. Maybe I'll say I'm going to have a 5-note phrase. You know. I'm trying to play the most ridiculous ideas that get me to that. So I want you to listen. I'm just going to target a chord tone. It'll be the 5th note of every phrase. That's one way to think about playing out. Like everything sounds in by the time I get to that last C note. You see how that makes sense? And you can do that in fiddle music too. Like one of my favorite stories is like hanging with Aubrey Haney in 2003, and we're playing like, you know, like some fiddle tune, which I didn't know anything about. I still don't really know anything about fiddle tunes. But, and I played, you know, I did something out like that at the end. He was like, "What did you just do?" And I explained to him that, you know, he signed up for lessons with me, which is just like kind of an ego boost, because he's a bad dude. Anyway, so try that. We're gonna try with that phrase, do-ba, da. But you pick your chord tone, so it doesn't have to be C. It could be C, or it could be one of the chord tones in F minor and then one of the other chord tones in C major. I'll give you again, just an example. So I'll target F, now I'll target E. Right? Does that make sense? Yeah. So you're targeting the last note as your chord tone of that triad. The F minor triad, then a C major triad. 2 and 3, and that rhythm. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. So we pause on beat 1. 1. Ba 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 ba. We start on 2. 1. Ba 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 ba. Jenny, check it out. Rest. Ba 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 ba. F minor triad, then C major triad. That's cool. So now let's reverse it, and let's put the target tone on the strong beat, and we'll do this rhythm. So I purposely played the most out stuff I could, but I start on a very in tone. You start on a chord tone and you play something out. So in tone, F 2 and 3, that rhythm. Ba, ba, ba. First tone is a chord tone. Yeah, and actually we'll play the 5th note because you can also land on a chord tone. So I could do, and then, you know, chord tone, chord tone. So we sandwich the whole thing with chord tones. 2 and 3 and. demonstrate that. So if I only think of C as my reference, then so I only had the one note as a reference, and I just put it in wherever I want, which was C. So you can try that if you want. It could be a different note that's your reference, so it could be any note in either chord tone, and you challenge yourself. And if you want, you can challenge yourself by playing like all 16th notes, or triplets even. That would be a good challenge there too. Yeah, so you can challenge yourself with that. 2 and 3 and. So then we might as well go to the next step, which is just to play totally chromatic and just abandon the tonality altogether. But then it's like, how are you going to make it? You know, the trick with that is, how are you going to make it feel like music? Well, there's lots of ways to do that. One way is just to be very rhythmically strong. So let me see if I can, you know. Over an F minor chord. Yeah, I couldn't even tell that was an A natural over it. It sounded like it was in. Yeah, so try that. 2 and 3 and. I'm sorry, I didn't explain what I was asking you to do very well. So you don't have to play 16th notes. The point is to be like rhythmically clear, right? It could be donka dee. It could be slow rhythms, but it should just be like a real clear rhythmic direction, phrasing wise. And also like melodic direction, like what Michael did in the class yesterday when you do imperfect fifths, like that'll work too. 2 and 3 and. Now this could be, again, going back to structures you can jam on with like one other person or two other people. Like Money, will you be open to demonstrate? So I'll do the comping. Yeah, but I'm gonna comp for you differently. But yeah, 1 and 2 and 3 and. So, right, you see how that works? Like that's it's good, good jam structure. And I was actually going to ask, I don't know if you'd be up for it, Kiala. Would you be up to just like show us like that, like the A section of I don't know, it's a Celtic Scottish tune? Yeah. Show us like the A section of a Scottish tune, and then just do the comping on it, and then I'm going to play Chromatic over it and see what happens. And show us that. That's you. You know it, man. Sorry, I meant to send you a text, but you know it. You just know it's going to be there. You know? Yeah. So show us the A section of like a Scottish tune with the melody, and then I'm gonna blow over the comping.
So you're gonna play the melody and then
play the melody, and then just show us the comping, and then I'm gonna blow over. No, that's great. Yeah. So we got the vibe though. Yeah. So just show me the comping. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that's fun too. Right? So, I can't keep up with Kel, but the point is it's a different thing. I was talking about this with Alan because he was saying like, there's so many. What I think the words you said is like, which I agree with, is like I'm jealous of anybody that can do anything I can't do, right? And so totally Kel, like it's such a heavy thing, doing this whatever it is. Is it Scottish? Is that what you call it? That was an Irish tune. Yes, I don't even know what it's called, right? But I admire it, and I respect it. But I might think in my mind like, well, am I going to spend the requisite 20 years to be like a really heavy, Irish player or whatever, or maybe it wouldn't take 20, maybe it would take a year or 2 or 3 to like feel a little more in it. But meanwhile, can you be yourself in that context, right? And there's so many great examples in the jazz world, and I'd say in all the worlds, of people who are just willing to be themselves and find a way through. So this is just an example of how you can let go of this, like, I have to do it right thing, and you can try to do something else with it. And then somebody might say, well, it's not really authentic. Okay, yeah, no, it's not, but I didn't say it was gonna be. You know what I mean? And even if I was comping so let me now comp for you. Okay, so. And I'm just gonna, I think it's like A basically, right? Yeah, so you just play whatever you want over it, but I'm gonna try to do the comping for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just trying to follow her foot, and I'm just trying to stay in time. Don't. Yeah, that totally slaps. Right. So I'm not trying to pretend like I have to do the exact correct whatever that is comping, but I'm trying to at least hopefully make her feel like, well, she's got some kind of support that she can play with, because at least I'm in time, or whatever. You did? Okay, great. Let's try the same thing again. So just do what you're doing, and I'm just going to see if I can go a little further with that. 2, yeah. So again, if I'm focused on just being in time, I mean, she might think I'm weird or whatever, but I mean, anyway, that's how I could try to engage with her and come to her at kind of my level with the material, but trying not to like get in the way somehow. And she might say, well, I don't dig that, but well, okay, that's a different. There's a camp for that too, I don't know what that means. Cool. So it actually might be, might be a good call to say like maybe we do some breakouts and go out in groups of 2 or 3. So like maybe 20 minutes or so. Does that mean what time it is? I literally can't see. Yeah. Okay. So I think it'd be good if we took 18 minutes for breakouts, right? Where you're going to find somebody and you're going to work over forms in these types of ways that we've talked about. If you have questions about how to do it, come up and ask me. And find a space, maybe not this space, but see if you can find another space, because then if you have a question, you can come here and I'll answer it. And I can give you some tips. I do want to make a couple just really quick housekeeping things. One is that this is funny. This morning, I went to the coffee shop and I pulled out this wallet out of my pocket and I reached into it and pulled out a 20 and was like, this isn't my wallet. And I put it into my other pocket and I was like, it looks very similar. So I have somebody's wallet and it's here.
How much money is it?
There's ID in it, isn't there?
Oh yeah, I'll check the ID later.
Might be fine, how much money is there?
Yeah, right. So that's the first, Jason will check the ID, I didn't even think of that. So other housekeeping things is, another housekeeping thing is, I did not know this, so I was actually the person at fault yesterday. When you go in the dining hall, please go through the front door, this side. Don't go through the back of the dining hall. That was my rule yesterday. I was like, we'll just go through this door, no problem. So, and the reason is because there's a group of autistic campers who are highly sensitive. But nobody told us that rule.
The Metro card?
Oh, yes, New York, yeah.
Trust me.
So when you go to
There's
the,
no idea.
if that's your question, when you go to the dining hall, you probably didn't even know there was a back door. So it's, that's that. Another piece of housekeeping, just to explain the day a little bit. So 11 to 12, you have the choice to choose an ensemble that you want to be a part of, and that ensemble will be your ensemble to perform a tune or two tomorrow night. So whichever one you pick, you probably want to stay with the same one tomorrow.
Chris Tate.
Great. So you have like 4 choices or 3 choices to be in an ensemble from 11 to 12. That'll be for tomorrow night. Also, everybody here is invited to lead one song in the concert that is like your choice song. So kind of like, behind the scenes, the faculty concert that we did yesterday. I was like, here's how we're going to do it. Everybody gets to choose a song that they want to do, and they can choose who's going to back them up, and that's how we chose. I chose Someday My Prince, Jason chose the tune, he did with Chris. That's how we did it. So that's how we're doing the same thing for you. You choose a tune that you want to lead. Okay, that means if you want to be a soloist, you're a soloist, but you can also get other campers to participate with you on it. You can also ask any faculty to be part of it as well. And so then you might be on multiple tunes with other people supporting, and they might even invite you to take a solo. But the point is you get one that you lead, whether you're a featured soloist or whether you have like 20 of us back you up, I don't care how. So you'll have the chance to do coachings today for that, and also tomorrow for that. Last bit of housekeeping, and I'll take any questions before we do breakouts. Last bit of housekeeping is that you are cordially invited to witness the world premiere screening of a feature film that I've spent 8 years co-producing, raised $100,000 to co-produce. It's tonight after the concert at White Horse Black Mountain. It is not an official program of the camp, and you're not obligated to attend. But you are cordially invited. That's it.
What's it about?
So it's going to be at the same venue where we're performing. Once we're done with the concert with Michael, then the screening is going to take place. It's a 70-minute feature film. It has poetry, music, and storytelling. There's a link on the schedule. It's sort of like about my backstory and like my hero, this legendary poet, Jimmy Santiago Baca. And yeah, so you can check that out if you want. But it's like a heavy. I hope it will be received as a beautiful piece of art, but it's also like a very heavy themes. So that's why I'm saying like you do not need to go, but you are cordially invited. That's it. That's it. Yeah.
And
So.
what's the concert tonight?
Oh, we're playing music of Michael Jeffrey Stevens at 6:30 tonight. Oh yeah, I should say that. So like around 3:30, you're invited to go to the venue, and we'll do run-throughs from roughly between 4 and 6, and then you can eat on your own because we're going to play the music of Michael Jeffrey Stevens. So if you want to participate in that or not, you're welcome to come over to the venue, and we're going to run the music. And even if you haven't done all the rehearsals, you can still come and read, but just like hang on and like won't get away. You haven't been to any person. Yeah. So, any questions?
How's the ride situation work?
Yeah, oh, thank you. So I would say around between 3:30 and 3:45, I would say if you're here, we'll get you a ride. Yeah. And if you
Like right here.
yeah, like right
If you need
here.
a ride.
Yeah, if you need a ride, like probably around 3:30, 4. And there might be some people that are like, I don't want to go till later, we'll get you a ride too. But just meet us at 3:45, like you can have my car if you want, like we'll figure it out. Like,
We have Christine's wallet.
Yeah. There's enough cars.
That's what we do for you. That's what we do.
And just so you know, like the venue is right in the heart of this quaint little downtown. And so like if you go there, like you can walk distance to just about anything, coffee shops, breweries, pizza, stuff like that.
Is it like in like?
Yeah, it's right there in the.
Can I add something here? Right next to the White Horse is Western North Carolina's greatest little acoustic music store. All the vintage violins,
Oh.
guitars, whatever you want.
Yeah, we're
Very
talking-
knowledgeable staff and performer,
Oh, cool.
pros working in there. So
What's
check
it
out.
called?
Acoustic Corner.
I went in there yesterday, they were super nice, they let me try a bunch of things.
Oh.
I love his stuff.
Oh, that's great. Okay, I've always seen it, I didn't know.
Oh, you have been in there?
No, I haven't. It's good to know.
They have violins?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
That's super
Okay,
quiet.
okay, that's good to know. Thanks for
And the
telling me.
hardware store is the best hardware store ever.
Okay. Any other questions about logistics or anything else?
Yeah, is the White Horse, does that serve any food or no?
They don't, but there's food everywhere around. They do have drinks, and the entry for everything we're doing tonight is free for you. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
it's a very- it's about-
Well, we have a, we
Yeah.
should mention. Yes, so the 1 to 2 period today is everyone meets here in the main room. So that is going to be an opportunity for the ones of you who are starting to already have groups. Even if, hey, we've just been jamming on this song, all the coaches are going to be here to like listen, give some tips, like, oh, try this for your comp band, or maybe like
The drive-through master.
1 to 2. Yeah, 1 to 2. We're calling everyone meet in the main room, breakaway concert prep.
Oh, that's gonna be, yeah, we're gonna send you out for coaching. Right.
Yes. So come here at 1 to 2, and then we're going to break up into our smalls, and we're going to listen to you guys, give you tips. And this is also a potential time where you're like, you know, I haven't formed a group yet. We will find, we'll be able to kind of, hey, like I'm interested in this style. Oh, man, let's go. We got cello. Like, we might also help you find your group there if you haven't found that yet. So that's what that 1 to 2 today is for the coaching for the small ensembles. But that's different than the breakaway ensembles, which are also happening. I'm going to be leading a kind of Django style. We're going to learn one song, have a fun arrangement, and that's next, right?
That's at 11.
That's at 11. So.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I don't understand how that.
That's what I was just saying. So at 11, you choose what kind of like one breakaway song ensemble you're going to do for the concert.
It's your choice. You choose. You want to be in Jason's group.
I'm
you
going to
wanna
do a
be in my
Django
group.
song.
Yeah, I'm
Django.
gonna like funk or Latin or something. I can't remember what.
Yeah. So that'll be in addition to your other piece that you have from all those other
Right.
students.
Be like a larger ensemble.
Yeah.
Cool. So enjoy your breakouts, unless there's other.
And at 2:30,
Oh, so
2:30 to 3:30.
It's class. Yeah, it's just classes. I think.
Yeah.
Let me see. Well, we'll add more detail before 2:30. That's a long way.
That's so far away. Anything's possible.
Don't fill that in. We'll make that clear before 2:30.
Cammy will be on the balcony for sure.
Yeah.
Do we have like guests? We have a couple of guests coming to the concert.
Great. So the entry for the concert is by donation. Anyway.
That's like Kyle. It's like.
Let me more like create a jazz.
Once over like
I'm like flip-flops. I know, right? Yeah, I was like.
it's so funny that it's like
It's so similar.
it's like
Yeah.
and I got to the
And yours plans more money.
yeah.
College students' wallets.
Yeah, there was like forward cash.
Yeah. That's also
I just got back from Europe.
It took me a second to find it. There was not like an ID, obviously, in there. It was like a mystery. But I found a credit card. This is great. We were like,
Yeah, right.
we're like so, but super fun and super talented. Like would if you wanted to, would like try to break a record of clapping.
Yes.
I'm in touch with Daniel about his competition tomorrow. So I told him, remember the guys doing the day address and bring his schedule for the day.
What brings him down this way?
Well, he was actually making a trip to Nashville, so he's gonna swing through. He's just driving down. Yeah, he was visiting some people. He really wanted to come to his camp and get some of the stuff for all the days. He was like, so he asked. That's great. Yeah, he graduated. I'd be kind of like. What do you guys think? You know who your greatest teacher would be? Which is not wrong.
You're like, okay, now we're just gonna sit here. 20 minutes. Just contemplate.
You come to the universe, and if you happen to
That'll be $100. Thank you.
and if you happen to go to a coffee shop, I will have if you find yourself, I'll have it. Freaked out?
Yeah, like,
No.
it was cool.
You mean like just like kind of shock kind of thing? Like that's what I always do though.
Well,
The tension drag.
yeah, but I was like trying to read your energy around. It was just like, you feel like it's, you know, I mean, it's a little bit of a stretch to, I mean, I had to work for a time.
Yeah.
But I tried to make it sort of like, you don't have to come to song about, you know.
How much is like the music involved in it?
There's a lot of music.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
That's really good to see all that.
Some music and poetry.
And maybe some people don't
Like, should I guess yeah, that's what I was.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I was listening like it was Friday because I went all out every hour.
Yeah.
So I was just like,
And thank you for crushing it. Like, so much even like I recognize. Give it a hand.
I love it. But I do realize my cup is always really big. So I don't want to get that.
That's good. Well, I want you to feel like you're right.
Yeah. I like the
It doesn't soar, or am I saying?
One of the days you want. Okay, I got cellos and I'm starting to.
I don't know how many people are probably do it for. We'll figure that out.
And I also asked Michael when I sent him the schedule, he said he would do it final time. I'm inspired by running the Rainbow Spirit, but I've done this before looking at you, but just, I haven't done it. Nothing like the urgency. Just go through the house. Okay. Field practice. So when you're on shooting, I'm worried about the backside of your
They're going to do that at night, like, oh my God.
It was, oh my gosh.
comps, everybody solos.
So now what we're gonna do, we got it. Is I'm gonna come and I'm gonna solo over it. I'm gonna go down,
Okay, so we're still repeating
yeah, we have to repeat
every
every
section because
that's
that's
the fiddle.
you're solo on the
A, B, C, everyone remembers. No, so what you do is A, B, C, D, D, E, I get A and I get E. A, B, C, D, E, Okay, it is now in the time. But I'm picking it up and
Super hip.
You know what we were doing?
Was that Michael's thing from yesterday? What was
I
it?
was doing pads chromatically, and he was improvising chromatically.
Beautiful.
Random shit.
Love it. Love it. That's hip. Now you got to switch it though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So he's gonna come for you, and then you
Yeah.
improvise.
that's what we're gonna do.
So now-
Okay.
Yeah, I love those pads you were throwing at me. I hope I can give you the same thing, but
They were just
Any-
random. They were just
any
random
two notes
intervals
together.
Yeah.
two notes,
Yeah.
got it. All right.
I love that.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Beautiful. You're good. Yes. That's beautiful, Dig. Morning. I sent you a text. Did you see the text? I sent you a text this morning. Oh, okay.
I'll check it out.
I was saying I was available this morning, so that's why I was just reaching out.
I know. I'm just seeing that.
That's all right.
Sorry.
I'll look for another spot. I don't know. It's hard to find them, so maybe tomorrow morning, maybe if that works for you. Okay, cool. Yeah. Also, feel free if like you want to send me more information about it, like if you have a document that explains, you know.
when you're over the F minor, has an E flat on top, which means it's unnatural.
Yeah. That's a lot of music. I'm hearing a lot of music coming out of you guys.
Yeah, it's oozing there. That was fun. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I needed it.
Thank you, Michael. That was cool.
He's talking about how
hearing
his
you
mind,
stretch like that.
his mind melts when he has to do music theory.
Oh,
All right.
You know,
Yeah.
when you did that to me yesterday with and I went to go on, I thought, damn, because once you left, I felt like, this is what happened. I understood it when I was with you. Then afterwards, I remember this back in school.
Yeah.
And so it was like, I can't handle that. But thank you for that help.
absolutely.
It got me working on I found something I felt like the kids now. I found something on YouTube, which did all the chords for me of the chaconne.
Oh,
So I got a cheat
interesting.
sheet.
Oh, nice.
Some guy during his COVID project
Yeah,
did it.
that's really cool.
So,
That's great. There you go.
yeah.
We were
So
talking
I
about
see the
we're-
chords.
Oh yeah.
In the,
We were talking about
I see the
transcript.
chords.
Yeah, I have them up in my room.
Oh,
He knows YouTube really well, so
Oh,
or even-
here. You know what? I have it on here. I have it. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
I think it'd be a cool project for you with all the boxinados to just learn the changes.
all of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
I mean, whenever you study one, to just be like, I'm gonna improvise, figure out the changes and
Well,
like
I really want
improvise
to do
over.
a much
I'll put the
deeper
chords on
dive.
postlude for you.
Because I did it very
What's that?
super.
I'll put the chords on postlude for you.
Totally. Yes.
So this thing that I sent it to myself. So I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or here we could just look it up right now. So, Chris, you know Gwen Laster and
Oh, yeah.
Damon Banks? Yeah, because I was talking to Alba because they've hung out at my house and we've done
Oh,
vibe
nice.
prizes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, together.
Cool.
I love Damon. Yeah.
Okay, Damon Banks, right? Is
Yeah,
her
and
husband.
Gwen, they both come to do programs at our house.
Nice.
Yeah, and at for our
Beautiful.
music for everyone.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the one. That's like that's what uplifts me. When I get people like you and
Yeah, sure.
Game
Yeah.
and Tracy came last week.
Right.
With the camp.
Oh, Tracy Silverman came in Europe?
Yeah. And no, we had our kids camp.
Oh, great.
I had 120 kids last week.
Wow, that's
And
great.
his parents live in Wayne.
Nice.
So he said, "Oh, I'll come up for a half a day if you want."
Oh, that's
I'm
great.
Visiting my parents.
Ah, it's beautiful.
So yeah, so these are kind of like
Yeah.
that's the good part.
Yeah.
So I kind of don't want to get rid of that, but here, let me just find this. This was a really cool
Excuse me.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I want to do with it, but I realize I'm just digging my toe, as you can see how it is. Just lose all.
Somebody last year like brought together some people and
Did you find it? Did I send you the link? Oh yeah.
I think you sent it to me too.
Yeah, you can send it. You can text it to him if he wants it. Yeah.
So it's based on the prelude.
Well, it's like loose. It's like conceptually. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's 4 pages.
starts on the
16
same
notes.
note. So
Yes, yeah.
close enough.
I read it. My teacher that I learned of it, he would play that. You know that. He'd play it just like that. You know, and it was like, oh my gosh, here he is, like a Juilliard teacher, and kind of like a country fiddle.
That's funny. That was cool. You guys did a good job. I want to give one tip, which is you can slur the bow on your solos, and sometimes it'll make it a little easier. I noticed like pretty much it's kind of like a default for most of us, is that we just separate the bow, you know. But it's sometimes if you try the whole solo like slurred, you'll be like, oh, that's a lot easier. And then you know obviously you mix it up eventually. But
Let's do it. Yes, you do. It's like we meet at 11. Oh wait, what time do you want us back? Do you want us back?
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of loose.
Can we run it one more time?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys tend to get mixed up on the 8, and I'll do a better job of looking at you. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm kind of a leader of it.
Yeah, I gotta see.
Thanks, man.